gonna be ourselves.
Sure.
Hi,
Okay.
good to see
Hi.
you.
Good to see you
Hi.
too.
I'm glad you got your technical stuff worked out.
I did. I did. I do wanna get I am gonna have to get, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't get headphones. They always complain I'm so loud.
No, it's fine. Like, I mean, the
I
headphones actually, if the podcast mic that you have right now is
Mhm.
perfect, and the
Yeah.
sound is good, and the
Mhm.
headphones is just so that everything plays into your ear and just doesn't go out into your computer,
Right.
speakers and stuff like that. But it's all good.
Yeah.
You're
But I'm
perfect.
thinking I need to be able to hear myself so I can gauge my voice because, again, I'm like the loudest one in the house.
Oh,
So,
don't
yeah.
listen to them. They
It's
don't.
always they're always when we have a conversation downstairs, Chelsea's like, "I'm right here, Claire. I'm right here. Bring it down. Bring it down." You
Uh,
know, I'm
yeah, yeah,
animated
yeah. So,
with
every
animation.
everybody, I just want to say, welcome to the Recovering Families podcast. This is me, Stephen Washington, and this is my sister. What's your
Terry,
name?
I didn't know we were doing
Yes.
last names, so
Do
yeah.
whatever. You know,
No,
you
I'm
know,
Terry Alexander. Hello
yes,
and
yeah.
welcome. I'm so excited to get this going. I've been, um
What?
talking to your mom, and I'm just can't wait for that episode to come because just it's just chock full of stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
my god, it's,
Yeah,
yeah, so I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
Good. Yeah. I feel like today we just gonna just chat and just like
Sure,
be ourselves and let
sure,
people know a little bit
yeah,
about us. So like
mhm,
Terry,
yeah,
Alexander,
yeah.
who are you? Where are you? What do you do? What do you where you know, all that. Give me a little glimpse of that.
Okay, well, I'm, originally from Connecticut,
Mm-hmm.
moved here to Charleston,
Mm-hmm.
to be closer to daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Um Never thought I'd move down here. But when he said he was moving, I said, well, I can't stay in Connecticut without daddy. So, and Charles said he would never move here because he said only old people live in the Carolinas.
Or
So,
Florida.
or Florida. So I gave up on it. And then one day, several years after I had been begging him, I stopped begging him. And then he said, one day I was sitting at work at the Advocate
Yeah.
and he said, he called me and all he said was, do you still want to go? That's all he
Mm.
said, and that's all I needed to hear, and we started the ball rolling, and we moved here. We're going on, I think 23 years here
That's
in South
amazing.
Carolina. I know, I never thought that I could do this, like, we moved down here, and I went back to Connecticut because I said I can't do it, I couldn't do
Yeah.
it, but
Moving's hard. Yeah, it's tough.
well,
It's
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 also the
stressful.
pace. It's stressful, and I'm from Connecticut, and I'm a go, 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 and then I moved to the Carolinas, and it was like slow, slow, so, so slow. So, it was an adjustment. It was an
Yeah.
adjustment, but,
Yeah.
I just finished my degree in human resource management. Yay!
Congratulations. I'm
At
so
the
happy
age of
for you.
55, it only took me 3 years to get a 2-year degree, so, I'm excited. I'm excited for this new venture that I'm going to be going into.
Slow and
I'm
steady wins the
married
race,
30
honey.
years. Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Married,
So
3
you
children,
Mhm. How old are your kids?
30 37, 28, and 26.
I cannot believe that
I
the
know,
eldest is 37.
I
That's
know.
I like
Yeah,
I can't go there.
I know. Because he's 37, that makes you older
Yeah.
than 37.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
you
yeah.
old.
Yeah. Totally. Oh
But,
my gosh. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Chelsea,
Yeah.
my baby, my little
Mhm.
girl, just graduated nursing school, and she's about to embark
Yay.
on that. She is my ride or die.
She
God knew what
is.
he was doing when he gave me her,
Yes,
and,
indeed.
yeah, and,
Indeed.
and then there's Charles, 30 years married. Can you believe that? Who knew that was gonna last that long? Never would have thunk it. Never would have thunk it.
I
Mm,
remember, like, your first apartment together.
yeah, me
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
funny.
Yep.
Hmm.
So that's me. I just
Wow,
finished
love it.
writing our resurrection play for church, so that's gonna be good.
Yes, everybody. My sister's
Yes.
very active in her church, and it's been like a guiding and grounding force in your life,
Yes.
I'd say, right? It's
Yeah, I
beautiful.
needed that. I needed that.
Yeah,
I
don't
can't
we all?
imagine. Oh my god, I can't imagine what, I would be like without that.
Of course. Yeah, we
Yeah.
all need that
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 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 So,
So, yeah, thank you
yeah,
for sharing all that. And there's more is
sure.
going to be revealed, everybody. But
Mhm. Oh, yeah. There's a whole lot to unpack. There's
yes,
so much to unpack.
yeah,
I swear
yeah,
it's like a lot. It's a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So I'm Stephen Washington, and I live in Los Angeles, California, and I am what 50. I'll be 53 this year, which is
Mhm.
crazy to think that I'll be 53.
Yeah.
And so excited to be on this call with you. One
Yeah.
of the reasons why I want to do this podcast because I just want to spend more time with you. That's all.
Oh, oh, I'm great. Yeah. A lot of fun to spend time with.
I know. But we like you told some of my story, grew up in
Yeah.
Connecticut, this little town
Mhm.
in Connecticut, just about an hour from New York City.
Yeah.
Um, we have a small family, just me, you,
All
and
immediate. Yeah.
yeah, immediate
Yep.
family, just me and
Yep.
you and our parents who were high
Mhm.
school sweethearts.
Eh.
Um, well,
Mm,
Swedish.
sweetheart is a strong.
Well, at some point it must have been good for them. Good enough. I don't know.
I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that for another episode.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
I have
So,
my own theory about that.
yes, yes, we'll dive into
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a creative at heart. I was a dancer for many, many years. Oh, I'm about to have a visitor from a cat. Here comes BB,
Oh, and your
my cat
screen is
BB.
frozen. You're not moving.
I know neither are you. I don't know why.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
I
I'm
don't
totally
know why.
moving.
That's
Okay.
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 I'm not sure why, but we will the audio will still be here, so
Yeah.
that'll
Yeah.
be good. So we'll have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it might be the internet connection. Cat
Okay.
on my lap. Hold on. So yeah, I'm a creative at heart. I was a
Mhm.
dancer for a long time, and I eventually became a
Yeah.
Pilates instructor, and then a Chinese medicine student, um, and then a massage therapist and a qigong
Mhm.
teacher, and here I am with I'm a wellness. I would call myself like a wellness fitness entrepreneur with an
Mhm.
online community that serves their physical, mental, and emotional needs through mindful movement. And I love it. I love it. I love it.
You too.
And I'm also an author. I wrote a book a couple of years ago, Recovering You, Soul Care and Mindful Movement for Overcoming Addiction. And I was thinking not that long ago that I wanted to create an opportunity for us to talk about our experiences, and our family. And I feel like we both have gone through so much in our lives,
Yeah.
so much, so many challenges, but so many triumphs. Like I look at where you're at today. I look at where I'm at today, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
It
It's
is.
not perfect, but
Right.
it's absolutely beautiful. And
Yeah.
love I love my journey. I love your journey. I love the way that through everything that we've been through in our lives, we've always been there for each other, and we watch
Yeah.
each other grow
Yeah.
and change. Even though we live so far apart, you're in South Carolina, I'm in California. We don't see each
Mhm.
other physically very
No.
often. And for
Only at
everybody,
funerals.
only at funerals.
Funerals.
And
Those
sometimes at
are
Thanksgiving.
yeah, mostly funerals though.
Yeah,
That'll get
yeah.
you. That'll
I
that'll
think
that'll bring people together. Yeah, it's
I think
funny. It's funny
lots of
not
families
funny.
are like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I
But
just think it's great for us to just talk about lots of different things in the way that
sure.
we've recovered or been recovering from lots of adverse experiences, and
Mhm.
been able to come out on the other side, and
Yeah.
with our sanity,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
our spirits intact,
Mhm.
and so much more. I mean, there's just
Yeah.
so much, just more, like my Angela used to say, in every cloud there's a rainbow.
Right.
In every cloud there's a rainbow.
And there's always a storm before the
Yeah,
rainbow. Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Always a storm.
yeah. And the
Always.
quiet after that, and then always
Yeah.
after a storm, it's always the sun is always shining, the sky is
Yep.
always clear. Like,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful metaphor.
And you're looking at it like, "Are you serious right now?" It was just hellacious, and then
Yeah,
this beautiful, rainbow comes out, so it's like, "Yeah, okay." Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I see daddy in you right now.
You
I
do?
almost wanna cry, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. With the gray and everything, I see daddy.
tell
I
us,
do
tell
see
tell
daddy.
so talk about him. Talk about him. What do you want to say about him today?
James Edgar Washington.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, he was the best dad ever. He really was. He just Oh god, he remember when he used to do my hair and he would do ponytails and they'd be like this, and they'd
Yeah,
be
he
or he'd do one ponytail and he'd pull my entire face back and it was just and it was so painful.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
daddy did it. He took the time to do it, so
Yeah, I do
fine.
remember that, him doing
Yes,
your hair.
doing my
Yeah.
hair. I
Mhm,
remember, just he was even when he wasn't there, he was there. Like, he had such
yeah,
a strong presence, and I
mhm.
hated for him to leave. I did. I didn't like for him to go to work because then that meant we were home without
And he
him,
and he worked a lot. Our father
and he
worked a
worked a lot.
lot.
He was a
He was a
police
hardworking
officer,
man.
and then he was a detective, so, yeah, he worked very hard, but I just, yeah, he just had a really strong presence, and he just loved, loved, loved his children. He really did. He loved
Mhm,
us so much, and
mhm.
he was a great cook, and
Yeah, he was. He made really good fried chicken.
yes,
He
and
barbecued really
chitlins.
well. He knew how to fry a turkey.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He was
Yeah,
good
that
at
was
breakfast
after I
too.
was gone.
He was
Yeah,
good
oh,
at
liver
breakfast too.
pudding. Yeah, liver
Mhm, and
pudding and
eggs.
grits and eggs. Yeah, he was good.
He
And
was really
chitlins.
good.
He would make chitlins every he would make he would make chitlins, and then it got to a point where I would call him and ask him if, "Are you making chitlins?" "No, I'm not making chitlins." "Are you sure you're not making chitlins?" And then he'd call
He'd
me back
make
and
them.
ask me what time I was coming to get him, and then I'd come, and
Yes,
he was just
yes.
yeah. He
Yeah.
always I remember when I got pregnant with Terrell, and,
Mhm,
you know, I used to make daddy mad, and making him
mhm.
mad didn't really bother me so much, but when I disappointed him, it was like, oh. I remember
Yeah.
sitting in his car and telling him I was pregnant at
Mhm,
18, just out of high school,
mhm,
and he just got quiet,
mhm.
and then I told him who I was pregnant by, and then he was pissed.
Ah! Yeah.
He couldn't stand
Yeah,
Terrell's
he's
dad.
like, "That loser."
He was like, "What? Oh my."
Yeah.
But yeah, he was very disappointed, but he loved
Sure,
me
sure.
anyway, and he just him and Diane just welcomed Terrell and just that
Yeah,
was her pumpkin
yeah.
and
One
daddy's
of the
knucklehead.
one of the things you and I were joking about the other, I think
Mhm,
maybe like a week or so ago, and I
mhm.
was talking about a conversation that I had with our father in the car, and we were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we had lots of deep conversations in the car with
Yes,
him.
man. That
Yeah.
car.
Well, he was always in the
Oh,
car because he was
always in the car.
always going to work, coming from work.
Yep,
When he was a police
yep.
officer, he was often, using the unmarked police cars,
Mhm.
when he would come to meet us, pick us up from school, or
Yeah,
a lot of different things. So a lot of things
yeah.
happen in the car. But it's funny you mentioning your experience of telling him that you were pregnant at what, you were 18 at the time? 17, 18?
I was 17 and mommy was so upset because Lloyd was old was I was 17, Lloyd was 19, and
Mm,
mommy was so upset. She
mm,
was trying to get him in trouble, so I couldn't wait for my
mm,
birthday to come so that I could turn 18.
mm,
But yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Mhm.
I
Apparently, Tanya
remember.
and I did the math, and apparently I was pregnant during the prom
Oh
and didn't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You were pregnant, and you were gorgeous at your prom.
yes, I
You were
was.
gorgeous.
I
Yeah.
was. But when I tried to wear that prom dress the following year, after having had a baby, going to another prom, it did not
Yeah.
work out well.
No, it didn't work out, and you were at that prom with me. Everybody,
Oh, yeah.
my high school had a junior. They blended the junior and the senior
Yeah.
prom, and you had a date with some guy, and he was
Oh
going to go
god,
to the prom,
that was
and
so
I
bad.
was going to and so we were at the same prom
We were
together.
at the same prom.
And I have a picture of us together
Oh my god,
somewhere. I love that
you gotta
picture.
find it. You
I
gotta
will.
find it.
I
Yeah,
will. It's very sweet. It's very sweet.
yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, I was gonna say about in the car,
Mhm.
I came out as gay to my father in the car. We had a conversation about it because our mother had found out. It's hard to believe she didn't know. She knew. All parents know.
I knew. I
Yeah,
knew when I was a kid.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
yeah.
even before they found out, I think I'd already told you. I'd already
Yes,
shared it with
yes,
you.
yes, yeah.
Um,
Well,
but
mom
anyway,
thought that daddy could talk you out of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
as if you could do that. Yeah, like it's magic. Yeah,
You
if
need
you
to get this you need to get this out of him right now.
yeah.
Like, come on, really, Dad? Come on.
Oh, he picked me up
Yeah,
and he picked me up and we went on a ride and I don't know where we ended up talking and I remember telling him what he already knew
yeah,
and
did.
he said, "Well, it doesn't thrill me, but like I just want you to be happy. I love you and I just want you to be happy."
Oh,
And
yeah,
at that time, I couldn't have asked for anything more
yeah.
to hear that
Mhm.
because what I got from my mother was the complete opposite. And
Yeah,
oftentimes people assume that in a situation like that, when a child comes to the parents and they tell them something like they're gay, there's an assumption that the mother is going to be much more accepting of it and loving about it. And that's not
yeah,
always the case. Quite a few
right.
people I know, it was opposite. So lots of important conversations in the car we've
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
What I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
I prepared something.
I did
Um
not. I was doing
that's
homework, so forgive me.
that's okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
good. All right. What's
We are
up?
just playing it by ear.
All right, what's up?
What was one of your favorite things to do when you were a kid?
What age are you when you say a kid, do you mean teenage or do you mean under the age of 10? Because they're two different things. When I was a teenager,
give me two different things then.
okay, so as a teenager,
Yes.
I used to Tanya was my that Tanya and I have been best friends since we were 15. So
Yeah.
when I was 15, it was getting high and hanging out with Tanya. That was the favoriteest thing in the whole wide world, and
Sounds like
drinking.
fun.
Yeah, it was lot of fun, lot of fun. That was my favorite thing. And then as a small child, I think I liked being with grandma. I liked being with
Mm,
Grandma Sue. Let me make that
yes.
specific.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just like being in the house, really. I know I spent a lot of time downstairs on the second floor at St. John's Towers, but I really like being at home.
Mhm.
I like when we used to play. We played
Yeah,
together all the time. I think we just had a really good relationship. I
yeah,
look at some brothers and sisters, and the animosity was just tragic.
yeah.
But we've always had a really good relationship. So I used to like playing with you and
Mhm.
watching you eat all of the your $6 million man body parts. You used to chew on his little. Remember the $6 million man? You had to put the bionic man, and you had
Yeah.
you used to eat those. Did you know that you used to chew on those?
We no, with that you used to chew. You used to you I thought the story was that you used to take them and chew on them and then I couldn't find them.
Was it me?
I think it was you. Hello.
Okay, you know what? Maybe it was me. Okay, I remember that. I
Yeah,
think you see it like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
What was I
Project much?
doing,
Project
Dad?
much?
Oh my how terrible was that? You see, your $6 million man was like $2, but it was my all his parts. I don't know what I was doing. Let me add that to to the list to talk to my
Oh.
therapist about. Oh my god. Oh my
That's
god.
so funny.
Oh, and I
Oh,
used to
that's
chew on my Barbie's feet. I used to do
really? I
that
didn't
too.
know
I did.
that.
I did. I
Oh,
wonder
that's
what
funny.
that was, the oral fixation. I
Yeah.
remember, you know what else I remember?
What?
I remember going in the trash can
Uh-huh.
and taking daddy's cigarette butts and
Yeah,
smoking
yeah.
his cigarette butts in
Really?
the apartment.
In
I
the
used to
apartment
in the
when it
apartment.
when no one's there.
In when no one's there.
Yeah.
I would go in the trash and get daddy's cigarette butts and smoke his cigarette butts. I did. I
Funny.
had to be
So it
like
started
10.
early. Wow.
I
So it started
did.
that early for
I
you.
started that well, I mean, come on. I mean, we had a lot of stressors.
We did, and also both our parents smoked, and it was also the
Yeah,
time when everybody was smoking. We're talking
right.
like the 70s
Yeah.
and the 80s. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody was smoking at
Yeah.
that time. That's so interesting, and it's funny.
Yeah,
We everybody like I started smoking at some point. You started smoking. I started
I did.
smoking as a teenager. I think I was in high school when I started smoking.
I started
Um,
regularly in middle school
yeah,
at
wow.
Turner River. Yeah, we were all I was the only one with Saratoga 120s.
Because you were stealing them from our mother. Yeah, yeah. Which child, what
No,
teenager smokes
I
120s?
was everybody else is in there with Newports. This long cigarette. Everybody else is done, but they're still
Right.
smoking their cigarettes. I go through two. Dude, those things are so skinny. I go through two, and I only took two, and everybody else has their Newports. I'm like, oh my
Oh,
god, that was
that's
terrible.
so funny. Oh my
Oh, and I
goodness.
remember. Oh, this is hilarious. I got to say
Yeah.
this. I used to when I lived with Daddy and Di.
Mhm.
I used to steal his vodka,
Oh,
and
wow.
I would
Mhm.
put it in 7-Up bottles and
Yeah.
bring it to school.
And
And put
share
orange
it.
juice and share it. So, and then I put water in Daddy's vodka bottle
Mhm.
in replace to replace the liquor, and then we would sit in 8th grade English. It was like a auditorium, and we would be underneath the seats, and we're
Yeah.
just drinking away. I'm looking at that, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I started that so early. I started
Yeah.
that so early.
Well,
I will never forget
yeah.
that. Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, we had a lot of stressors. I
yeah.
think first of all, both our parents were from the South. They
Mm.
moved to the North from the South.
Very
I think
young.
I think very young. I think part of
Mhm.
that great migration, I think people were
Yes.
leaving the South to go
Mhm.
to the North because
Mhm.
Jim Crow was just just too much, and
Mhm.
of course you couldn't live through that if you
Right.
had any choices.
Right.
Um, I think also both had broken homes, right? Because they would
Right.
leave, but they weren't like leaving as a whole family. It's just like a child going to the North and staying with
Yeah.
some relative.
Mhm.
So broken homes. Our father drank a lot. I think he started at
But
a
he
young
was
age.
functional. He was a
He was.
functional alcoholic, though.
He was, no
He
doubt. I mean,
really was high functioning.
he was until his final years.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
after he
when he stopped
retired,
working. Mhm.
yeah, it all
Yeah,
really fell apart. But
yeah.
I think there were times even before then when it would kind of fall apart, and
Mhm.
I think Diane, our stepmother,
Yeah.
would call it out. But, at the
Mhm.
time, also, I remember growing up, she also had an issue with alcohol too. It was something that everybody
Mhm.
did. It was just a social thing. And I
Right,
think there was just a dependence upon it. Our
right.
mother as well, everybody smoked.
Mm.
Um, and our parents didn't get along. I think that
Mm-mm.
they fought a lot.
A lot.
It was a very chaotic household. It was very
Yeah.
traumatic, and, so it's no wonder that you found cigarette butts in the trash
Yeah.
and vodka and take me
Yeah.
to school,
That's
and
cool.
I had my own version of that,
Mhm.
later on. I think I was so I was so hell bent on being a people pleaser and like for everybody
Mm,
to like me and a rule
mm,
follower that
yeah,
I it took me longer to get to that place that you found yourself in a little bit
yeah,
older. But maybe when I got to around your age when you started all that, maybe it was about the same. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to say that out loud. I think we were just trying to survive. We were really just
yeah,
trying to survive the best way we
yeah,
knew how.
yeah.
What's what is can you describe two of your happiest memories from childhood?
Um,
Any two.
I'm trying to think of happiest man. Oh, Christmas, 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 Christmas,
Yeah.
Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Daddy always, always, always made sure that
Mhm.
when we woke up, it looked like a toy store.
Yeah.
Like they didn't wrap anything. Um,
They didn't wrap anything?
no, no, Steve.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
Steve. When
remember
we would
that.
wake up, no. And then when I had started having my kids, I didn't wrap anything. When they woke up, it looked like a toy store. And that's what daddy used to do.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. That was the bestest ever. So those are
Oh,
always really, really good memories.
yeah.
Um,
We always
and
had a tree. We always had a tree.
we always had a tree.
And
Always
it
had a tree.
and it was the '70s, so it was those tree lights that were extremely hot. Like if you
Yes, yes,
bumped up against it, you would literally
yes.
burn
And it will
yourself.
burn you. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know
God,
why our tree didn't catch fire
I
because
don't
it was
know.
full of stuff.
Yeah,
Daddy made sure that Christmas was good.
yeah,
Daddy
yeah,
always made sure Christmas was good. And I don't have a whole lot from childhood really. Just
yeah,
yeah, there's not a whole lot,
yeah.
honestly.
Mhm.
There's so much happened. That
Yeah,
was just like that. Anything and any childhood memory I have, it's with daddy. It's with daddy or um when we used to go to Nana's with
yeah,
Kelly and Creston
yeah,
and those had good moments and those had some not so good moments for me, but for the
yeah.
most part, they were good moments, but
Mhm.
there's not a whole lot from my childhood that was so super great.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
really just getting from moment to moment, getting through the day without, you know,
yeah,
stuff, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
going on and we
Well,
had
that
so
makes sense because, we'll get into this in another episode, but,
yeah,
there's so much that you've told me about, in our adulthood, like, literally just in the last few years about things that were going on for you
yeah.
when we were growing up that I had no idea, had no
And your
idea.
mom had no idea.
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't
I
tell
mean,
mommy a lot of that stuff.
yeah, I mean, I think something that is in a lot of different families are secrets. Like we keep
Yeah.
secrets from each other for various reasons,
Mhm.
and you kept that a secret from us because you probably thought that was the right thing to do at the time, or I don't know.
I think I think I knew at an early I think looking back on it now, I think I learned probably at an early age that she had no capacity for it.
Yeah,
I mean, she wouldn't have known what to do with it. You
yeah,
know, she wouldn't have known what to do with that. And I
yeah,
think that it probably would have been more traumatic if I had said something because her reaction would not have been because she wasn't nurturing,
yeah,
her reaction would have just probably set me in a very, very bad place, you
yeah,
know? So it
yeah.
was, hindsight looking back on it, yeah, it was probably a good thing that I didn't say anything,
Sure. No, I get it.
you
I
know?
get it. Just for everybody who's listening, mental illness is a part of our family, and it's something that our mother has probably dealt with her whole life, and created a lot of challenges for us growing up, having a parent who battled with mental illness, but
Mhm.
never really got the help that they needed,
Right.
and still struggles with it. And
Mm.
but yet, it's one of those things that, as a family, we don't really talk about, can't really talk about because then they're just not able to. really deal with it. It's everything else that's wrong except for the elephant that's
What's
in the
wrong?
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want our session to be too long, but I'll leave
Sure.
it. Do you have any anything you want to ask me that you off the top of your head that you're curious about that you think would be good for
Um,
folks to know?
well, I would like to make a comment on
Yeah.
how how proud I am of where you are.
Mm.
I mean, you're in a really good place. When you called me a year, gosh, it seems like it was a year ago, or when you were coming to the end of what happened, and
My marriage. We for
in your
everybody about
marriage. Yeah.
divorce.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Your divorce, and I was worried. I was worried. I said, "Oh my God, you know, is he going to be okay?"
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you. And I'm like, "Oh my God, look at you. You're doing. I'm just so proud of you. I'm proud of where you are, um, and I'm just so glad to be your sister. And that's not fluff, people. This is how I really, really feel. This is how I feel about my brother. I love him so much. So proud of him. And you've just, I'm not going to say that you've come out unscathed,
Yeah.
but you are standing on your own and in your own stead, in your own as who you are. And I just think
Mm.
it's great. I
Thank you
think
so
it's great.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
I love you too so much.
Yeah, and I could
Yeah.
say the same and back at you, like, you
Yeah.
just as impressed as you are with me, I am impressed with you and who you are as a person, um, the life that you live. Like, I feel like you are one of the most loving, um, kind, and person that I know, and full of so much integrity.
Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you.
Yeah, you do. You have a lot
Thank
of integrity,
thank you.
and, yeah, not and then, not everybody's got that, but
Yeah.
you got that, and,
Thank
yeah, and I think you're also someone who is always willing to roll up your sleeves
Yeah.
and be of service,
Yeah.
and I love and admire that about you.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
So, more to come, everybody, more to come,
More
but
to come.
this was a great, like, get to
Yeah.
know us,
Yes.
get to
Yes.
know us, and you'll get to know us even more on this podcast. I think my hope for this is um, for it to be a cathartic experience for
Yes.
us, but
Yep.
also for people who listen to us and see some part of themselves in you and I and our story
Yeah.
and the experiences that we've gone through, and just realize that they're not alone
Right.
in nothing that they've gone through, and that
Will be wasted.
yeah,
Yeah.
nothing is wasted.
Yeah.
Nothing is for naught. And I think
Right.
that we all have the potential to recover from any challenges that we face,
Yeah.
and learn to thrive
Right.
and grow.
Yeah.
So, everybody,
Yeah.
until next time, I
Yes.
love you. I love you. I
Love you
love
too. Love you. Love
you.
you. Bye, BB. Bye,
Bye.
BB. Where's BB?
She's on my lap. You
Oh my
can't see
goodness.
her. She's
I
just
can't wait to
sitting
meet
there.
BB.
You will meet her.